Coming up today on Studio 13 Live,
You have to give yourself permission to fail.
Taylor Swift had inspiring words to say at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. We are sharing the highlights from last night. Plus, we're catching up with the men of Love is Blind Season 4, which takes place in Seattle. Hear what Zach had to say about changing his mind mid-season. Then, if you're heading out for spring break soon, we've got you covered with new packing techniques. And Chef Bobby Moore is showing us how to make some seared Northwest halibut with spring pea sauce and sautéed spring vegetables. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We are just so excited to have you today and every day. I'm Mireya Garcia.
And I'm Carly Henderson. I don't know if you saw the sunrise this morning, but it was poppin'. It just makes me feel so lucky and thankful and grateful to live in such a beautiful part of the country. It's magical.
One of the things that is just so exciting to me is that I came prepared, ready for a lot of rain and a lot of darkness. And yeah, we have those days, but I'll tell you, there has been so much sunshine. In fact, yesterday, a couple of people at work needed to throw on some shades because we have those big windows downstairs and a lot of sun was coming in. I love it.
Yeah, it surprises you a little when it happens, but I'm always glad that it's happening. Okay, let's talk about the iHeart Awards. There's a lot of news coming out of there today. So Taylor Swift took a break from her sold-out stadium tour to attend last night's iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Yeah, and she took multiple awards home, including Innovator Award for her impact in pop culture. She also accepted the award, and she had some inspiring words to say when it came to failure.
I really, really want everyone to know, especially young people, that the hundreds or thousands of dumb ideas that I've had are what led me to my good ideas. You have to give yourself permission to fail.
Amazing words. And outside of the Innovator Award, Swift also won Song of the Year and Best Lyric for Anti-Hero and Best Pop Album for Midnights. A real role model. Yes, girl, fail. You gotta try. You gotta try. And she looked great.
100%. I loved her style, too. Yeah. I'm really glad she's switching it up. This is a totally new look for Taylor. And I love what she said in that speech. What an incredible speech. I highly recommend anybody who hasn't seen the full thing, look it up. The whole thing's on YouTube. But she just says so many positive things about failure. And I feel like fear of failure is what makes so many of us not take action and not do the things that we dream about doing, but it can be really magical to make your dreams come true. And I'm reading this book right now by Brené Brown, and she's talking about how you really don't need to worry about so many other people's opinions. I know I've been really guilty of thinking, what will people think if I put this out there or try this thing and I'm not good at it or whatever, but you can make a list of the people whose opinions really, really matter to you, and you'd be surprised. It might only be 5 to 7 people whose opinions actually will have an impact on your life. So I love what Taylor had to say about this, and I love what Brené Brown has to say. So many iconic women talking about failure and how we should not be so afraid of it. Yeah. All right. Moving on, Harry Styles was named Artist of the Year. He wasn't there to accept the award in person, but he did record a video message for fans to see.
Hi, it's Harry. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone at the iHeart Awards for giving me this prestigious honor of Artist of the Year.
He was also awarded Favorite Residency for his Love on Tour and Favorite Tour Style. Much deserved, if you ask me. His style is just absolutely incredible. I feel like he's been on tour for a really long time, and I looked it up, and his tour started in October 2021.
Wow.
So he's been really rolling for a while. I'm exhausted for him, but I'm glad he's getting awarded for it at least.
Did you call it or did you call it, though? We were talking about whether or not he was going to attend, and granted, the man is busy, but there was also a little bit of drama behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm wondering, did he record that video before or after making out with Emily Ratajkowski?
Good question.
Not sure, but was definitely peeking in the background there.
So get this, Pink accepted the Icon Award at the ceremony last night. Kelly Clarkson sang her song, Just Give Me a Reason, before Pink joined her for just a powerful, amazing duet.
Just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. Just a second, we're not broken, just bends, and we can learn to love again.
Oh boy, I got the tingles.
Yeah.
That was good. Okay. The performance was part of her acceptance of the award, and during her speech, Pink spoke about how it is important to let yourself be vulnerable. She said that she is grateful to be alive and that she gets to do what she does with her one precious life.
She's so humble, and I loved how also in the award in her acceptance speech, she shouted out so many other iconic women. She gave props to Kelly Clarkson, she gave props to Pat Benatar, to her road crew. So you can tell she's just very present and very in the moment and always working on herself too. I loved it.
I think for me, Pink is always the forever example of the fact that you don't have to be like everybody else, which I think is something that she struggled with really early on, you know, not being like the rest of the singers that were popular when she was kind of coming up, and still being great, being true to yourself and being able to do what you do. And look at her. I mean, I think so many people thought these negative things about her future, but she is a woman that is successful, true to herself, a loving mother, and in this relationship that she really works to cultivate with her partner. I think that all of those things are very beautiful, and it really shows you the realistic way in which you can have it all. You know?
Yeah, and what makes her different is really her superpower too. I feel like she's just always, I remember her earliest like lyric saying, LA told me you'll be a pop star, all you need to change is everything you are.
Yeah.
And like she didn't do it, and look at her now, decades later, still killing it, still getting these awards. So that's awesome. We got an icon and an innovator last night. All right, Doja Cat also won Most Played Artist of the Year. She had a big year with songs like Need to Know, Woman, Get Into It, and Vegas. And last night she was nominated for 5 awards.
I love Doja Cat. I
Me
feel like
too.
she's going through this like weird transformation. I've seen some people like hitting her hard on TikTok for how much she's changed, but I think we need to allow people room to change and grow as artists as well.
Absolutely, and it kind of defines their different eras. I feel like she's going to have a totally different look for her next era. I still think of when I think of Doja Cat, I still think of like 2020 quarantine when Say So blew up and it was all over TikTok. So I'm excited to see like how much she's grown, and clearly most played artist. There you go.
I think so. Now we got a shout out for the K-pop girlies and guys. You know, group BTS did not go home empty-handed. The group won Best Music Video of the Year for the song Yet to Come, and BTS also won Best Fan Army, which makes a lot of sense because the awards are voted on socially, talking about the power of social media. So they have one of the most supportive, outspoken fan bases.
Oh my gosh,
so
yes.
cool.
The
I
Army
really
is
love it.
The best. And I feel like we're all just waiting for them to come back, but it's going to be 2025 before they all finish their military service and give us more. So it's been really fun to check out all the different solo projects and all of that, because I mean, together they're powerful, but individually they're incredible as well.
Which I think really says a lot about a good team, you know, let people shine individually, but really know how you need to kind of figure it out so the whole team shines together. I think they're doing it really well, which is, I think, stunning because there's just so many of them.
Yeah, really talented group.
Yeah, well, still to come here on Studio 13 Live. Are you watching Love is Blind? I know a few people who are. We are chatting with the men of Season 4, which takes place in Seattle.
Yeah, you might be surprised by which cast member said he always knew he would end up on a dating show. And we'll also find out why Zach said that he changed his mind mid-season, right after the break.
Don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna
Welcome back. Love is Blind dropped the first 5 episodes of the 4th season of the show this weekend, which takes place in Seattle, and it quickly became one of the top shows on Netflix. I had the pleasure of talking with the men of Love is Blind, and I hope you enjoy this conversation between Kwame, Paul, Marshall, Brett, and Zach. Check it out.
I'm ready for you if you're ready for me.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hey, fantastic.
So you filmed the show like around a year ago, right? What's it been like kind of waiting for it to be released into the world? Like, what does that feel like for each of you?
It's just been this building anticipation. You know, we're just like constantly just in each other's, messages, just going back and forth. Like, what do you think? You know, like just trying to get our head around this situation and what's going on. But yeah, all in all, very fun.
I'm curious too, like, how do you prepare for the fame aspect that's going to be coming along next? Because I feel like Love is Blind is always like the #1 show on Netflix. So How does it feel kind of waiting for that?
It's like being in limbo. It's a weird transition from being a regular person to a not so regular person, and I'm not the one to say that we're all going to be like famous, but we're going to be more recognizable for sure.
Yeah.
And that's I would say is the most interesting part about it all.
I feel as though I'm somebody who tends to compromise a lot.
Did each of you ever think that you would go on a dating show?
You know, for some reason, I don't know. I feel like I could have seen it in my future at some point. If I'm being real with you.
Wait, what makes you say that?
I don't know. I just always thought that they were. So I've never been a reality TV viewer. The very first reality show I ever watched was Love Is Blind, and I was like, oh, that seems like a fun show. So when I got the call, I definitely thought it was. I don't know. We'll call it a serendipitous moment. But all in all, yeah, I mean, it was incredible. It was an incredible experience, and I was fortunate to be part of it.
I don't want to be in a marriage where your parents hate me.
Zach, what pushed you to go on the show?
Ooh, long-winded question, but I would say in short, I'd reached a point where I wanted to find my wife, and I thought that it would help. I thought that it wouldn't hurt.
She didn't show up for her wedding dress fit.
And what about you, Brett? Did you ever see yourself doing this, and what kind of pushed you to do it?
Did I see myself doing this? No, but like I'm the type of person, like for the longest time, people have always told me like, man, you should be on The Bachelor, you should be on these types of things. So like when it kind of happened, I'm like, well, you know what? People have been manifesting this to, through what they've been saying it for a long time. But as far as going on it, I mean, been single for a while and, living here in Portland, the dating scene, can't give that rave reviews. So, at this point in my life, when this came around, I was like, this is some stars aligning, let me just follow this and see where it goes.
Yeah. So we're in Seattle. Does anybody have any Seattle dating stories that they wish to share? Any crazy experiences, or what was your experience like in general?
I was just thinking about it. I've had my best luck just not through the apps, just like randomly, like kind of organically meeting people at like a bar or restaurant or something like that. Or before as a scientist, I was a bartender here, and like I met a lot of people that way. That was super good. But yeah, you get a wide range of people. It's a city of transplants. So, I find a lot of times that I was dating, I would connect with someone from, Southeast or Northeast or, from all over.
Anyone else have any Seattle stories?
Not Seattle stories. No Seattle stories, but I got plenty of stories.
Give us one of your best stories.
Wow. Just dating in Baltimore. Baltimore City is not the greatest place for finding love, but here we are.
I made the wrong choice, and now I'm going to propose to another woman.
Talk to me about being open to changing your mind throughout the whole process.
Yeah, I think one of the big things that I took from the process is that we don't just judge people based on what they look like. We judge people based on where they're from, the way they speak, their mannerisms, the people they associate with. And I think coming in, we had very short interactions with all of the women. And as I got to know the women a lot deeper, I found that my thoughts and expectations that I had created from our first interactions were miles apart from who they were. I mean, just like learning who they were, talking to them and finding out the things that made them tick, the things that fascinated them, were things based on our first impression I never would have guessed.
So much for everyone to see. All the viewers are going to be so excited to watch your journeys unfold. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything. See you guys.
And if you are a Love Is Blind fan, stick with us because I'm going to be bringing you conversations with the ladies too. Love Is Blind episodes will be rolled out on Netflix over the next few weeks, and so will my interviews with the cast. And I have to say, it's been so fun seeing Seattle as a character in this show too. I don't know if you saw the seaplanes or flying around on that, but that's been super cool too.
Yeah, and you watched the first episode.
Yeah,
How did you feel?
So there's 5 episodes that are out now, and I've watched ahead a little bit too, because I might have been able to do that, but I'm not going to give you any spoilers for that. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, it's wonderful. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't personally love reality dating shows because they make me uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable in like cringy situations, and I feel like that's kind of part of it. It's unavoidable. But I will say that it was a pleasure to be able to hear from the people participating, in this case the men, individually, because when you talk to a person individually about their reasons for doing something like this, I feel like you're able to make a different type of connection and like sort of make sense, right? Like these guys haven't had a lot of fun with the dating scene in their respective cities, so they wanted to try something new. Some of them hadn't even seen reality TV before, which I can definitely connect with. But I think when you see the whole thing together, not for me. I will say my husband is a major fan, so sometimes I hear the storylines, in the background.
It's going to be fun too to see whoever stayed in Seattle or maybe ended up and relocated here, as some of them are doing. Maybe see them around the city a little bit. We'll see. All right, still ahead with spring travel season here. We are getting some packing advice from professional organizer Rachel Klein.
It includes how to use some packing cubes correctly to fit everything in your luggage. Hey, we'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile.
It is time for IDK, where we learn how to do something new. So if you're traveling for spring break or just a long weekend getaway, we are going to learn some tools and techniques to pack more efficiently.
Yeah, today we are joined by professional organizer and founder of Ray Bebe, Rachel Klein. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Thanks for coming in. I'm excited to talk about this with you. Spring break's coming up, and I know a lot of people are traveling soon and need a little bit of help fitting all their clothing into their luggage. You've got some tips for us.
Yes, I do. Quite a few.
Good. Share
Let's
some
go.
with us.
Yeah.
Okay, this might sound crazy, but I start thinking about packing 1 week before I leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I start thinking about what activities am I going to do? Do I need to do laundry? Do I need to do dry cleaning? Do I need to fix a button on a shirt? Also, I'm paying attention to my routines, specifically my personal care regimens. Like, how much cleanser am I really using every day? So that when I go to pack, I know exactly how much I need in my suitcase.
That's really smart, because I don't know if this happens to you, Carly, but sometimes I'm like, oh, that ball gown I never used. Do I need it for this trip,
Yes.
So just being realistic about what you're going to be doing is important. Okay, so I'm guessing that the length of trip matters. So what about packing for like a 3-day getaway?
3-day getaway, 100% I'm doing a carry-on. I hate when people have to check in a bag. I mean, you want to make the most of 3 days, right? You want to get off the plane, be poolside as fast as possible.
Yes,
for sure. And then do you have any organizing tools or equipment that people could use to make packing a little bit easier?
Yeah, so my favorite thing is packing cubes. I have some right here, and basically the cubes help you categorize your outfits so that, one, it's easier to put in the suitcase, but also when you get to your destination, you know exactly where your things are in the cubes versus all the individual pieces sort of scattered in your bags. I'm kind of the bag lady, so sorry if I step over here, but my swimsuits, I'm very much this top goes with this bottom, so I put my swimsuits together.
Okay, right here.
So some organization within the packing cubes.
Yes, and this is also how I store them at home. So I just kind of pull them out of the drawer and they're ready to go in the cubes.
Smart.
I love it.
Cool.
Okay. Do we want to pack some packing cubes? What do we think?
Let's do it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do we do it though? Do I roll it up? Do I?
So me, I'm a folder. That's how I store my clothes at home. So that's how I think about it when I travel. These are just ready to go right in.
Ooh, excellent. Okay.
And these cubes are nice and thin. So that they don't take up a ton of space either.
Oh, that's awesome. Looks like you can get these from IKEA too.
Yeah, those are from IKEA. You can get them anywhere.
Affordable, really.
Affordable, easy, and man, you really just seem like you have your life together if your suitcase looks like this.
Absolutely, look at that. And I think some people are really particular. I'm one of them when it comes to like the products that you use regularly. So I feel a lot of pressure when I have to like buy something new because it's small, but it kind of looks like we don't necessarily have to do that. Tell me about this.
So when you can't get the small size, like obviously you can see how much more space a full size product takes up. Like really just try. But if you can't, I love these little containers and jars. They're super small. And again, thinking back to your pre-planning, how many pumps of cleanser are you using?
Yeah.
If you know you use 1 pump a day. I know 1, 2, 3, 4 will be enough for my trip.
Yeah.
In here. So these just twist off and you can get them kind of anywhere.
Oh my gosh, those are so cute.
That is awesome. And it looks like they,
together?
yeah.
These magnetize together.
What?
So
That's awesome.
They don't get lost. They're awesome. They don't spill. They're perfect.
Where do you find those? I want to buy those.
I will send you a link there.
Okay, perfect. So just like magnetized containers, travel
Magnetized containers, and they don't have to be. You can get them kind of individual
Little ones
as
too.
well.
Okay, that's super clever.
What about decluttering? What would you say are some of the common mistakes that people make that overpack?
Overpacking. Again, I'm like a broken record, but pre-planning. Like really think about what activities you're going to be doing. Do you really think you're going to work out 3 times on a 3-day trip?
Yeah. But you're making us be realistic about it.
I pack for the person I want to be.
And then
Awesome.
the second thing is kind of the size of your suitcase, right? 3 days should fit in a carry-on. If you have a bigger suitcase, the tendency is to fill it, right? You want to fill that space just because you have it, and you're making up all these just-in-case scenarios. So for me, really planning ahead and then picking the right size suitcase for your trip.
What about these shoes here?
These shoes, again, bag lady, I'm all about, I don't want, you walk outside in these, and want them in the bag. This is just a bag that came with another pair of shoes, so I just save them.
It seems smart to do the neutral color too, because that can go with so many different things. 'Cause I feel like shoes take up so much space in my suitcase usually, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now I have to know though, if you are going on a trip, so I'm going on a longer trip pretty soon,
Yes.
Do I want to pack smaller and wash at the hotel, or do I just pack everything I'm gonna need?
So it sort of depends. Will you be at a hotel that offers laundering? Will you have access and time? So some people with Airbnbs, you can launder yourself.
Oh, yeah.
But for hotels, you can send it out for cleaning as well. Again, it's just all about pre-planning, learning about what time you need to send it out for laundry. Otherwise, I mean, you can make your outfits work. You can mix and match and layer, and then you can have different looks throughout your trip.
I've never laundered at a hotel before.
I have once, and it was a pain in the rear end. So that's why it's something you want to think about. And like for the record, you can wear your jeans a couple times before you gotta wash them, right?
Oh, like more than a couple times.
You'll survive.
For sure. Any last tips you've got for us?
Just plan ahead.
Yeah.
That's my biggest tip.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's a great tip. Thank you so much, Rachel. Thanks for coming in and showing us this. And I'm definitely going to get myself some of these packing cubes. This is a good tip. All right, we've got more info on Ray Bebe up on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live. And still to come here on Studio 13 Live, are you prepared for April Fool's Day?
I never am. And if you aren't either, see, I'm over here freaking out. No worries. We'll tell you how you can pre-order a little prank that's sweet and weird on your friends. It's from a local donut shop. We'll be right back.
Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds.
Hey, welcome back. If you haven't planned for April Fool's Day, we've got a little idea for you. It's quite an interesting one.
Wow, wow, wow. Yep, Mighty O Donuts, which has multiple locations in Seattle, has a genius prank option. All right, take a look at these. Oh, we have a graphic for you. You can get a close up, okay? You can pre-order donuts that look like, well, you can see it, right? They look like poo. You can pick them up and prank people. Googly eyes not included, but Mighty O says that doesn't mean you couldn't add your own. So these are available for pre-order only. And if you're interested, we did put up a link on fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live.
And we actually got our hands on some of these a little bit early. Mireya, what do you say? Should we give them a try?
Yes. Let's see here. We did put our own googly eyes.
Yeah, we did. Well, it feels like it's going to be a really delicious donut. That looks like poop. Let's try it.
Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see
really
here.
Good.
Is it really?
Yeah, you just can't look at it when you're eating it.
Oh,
that's a good donut.
It is a good
donut. That happens to have a little swirl at the top.
Yes.
That's a really good donut. I'm not mad at it.
This is a cute kind of prank because I'm not a prank fan.
Yeah.
Do you have a little note for us?
Oh my God, yeah. To
What does it
Studio
say?
13, we may not be your number one, but we will settle for number 2. Oh my gosh. We hope this spring is filled with joy and laughter. XOXO Mighty O Donuts. That's
Oh my
adorable.
goodness.
I would recommend this. This is a good time.
This is great because I don't love pranking people. I think like it's not my thing. But if you're gonna do something like this, it's very sweet because they get and it is tasty, a tasty little donut. And you can't help but laugh. My goodness.
Yeah, and you're like laughing with the person versus making them feel embarrassed. You know, you're like, check this out. This is so crazy.
Yeah, and to be fair, they make those poo squishies. Do you know what I'm talking about? So the donut is fine.
Yeah, absolutely. There's actually this restaurant in Taipei that's toilet themed. I just remember this. And you can go, you get your food out of like a mini toilet. They're much more comfortable with poo.
That is not for me.
Not for you.
Not
I would do that if I went there. I'd be like, we got to go to the toilet restaurant. But for now, we'll have a poo donut.
Poo donut.
That'll be our April Fools. Okay, let's talk about some concert news. Chateau Ste. Michelle Winery announced its full summer concert lineup, and there are some big names coming to Woodinville. So some of the artists are Beatles legend Ringo Starr and his all-star band on June 4th, Kelsey Ballerini, which we knew on June 24th, Charlie Puth on July 1st, and Jason Mraz and his super band on July 15th. This is so exciting.
Great lineup. You and I are already ready to go to one of those concerts, huh?
Tickets locked in. Kelsey Ballerini, I'm so excited. Been playing her latest EP nonstop, and I cannot wait to see it also. So, I mean, these are pretty big artists coming, and I think the capacity there is about 4,000. So this is a really good chance to see an artist that you love who is top in the charts and a pretty like intimate sized venue, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think so, and it's beautiful, and it's beautiful out there as well. I mean, it's big enough that you will likely get in.
Yeah.
I didn't love how fast those tickets sold out, but you know, we got our tickets, so okay.
I know.
But I'm excited, and it'll be my very first concert at Chateau Ste. Michelle.
Same.
Yeah,
Unless I go to any before that, but we'll see. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so much fun.
All right, so from poo donuts to concerts, now tattoos of your pet. Would you get a tattoo of your pet? So more people are doing this than you might think. And a study of cat and dog owners found that 25% would indeed consider getting a tattoo of their current pet. 25% say that they are currently planning to get one. And another 16% already have a pet-themed tattoo on their body. So that's quite a lot of people. And I personally know at least 4 people that have tattoos of their pets. And they're very nice.
That's great.
So would you do that?
I don't have any tattoos yet, but I think if I did get one, this is definitely one of the top options that I would get too. Because you know how like sometimes people get tattoos and they have to think of the meaning of it later. Like they're like, it's because of this. This would actually be so meaningful and so special and like just another way to express your love for your pet. Why not?
Yeah.
Would you get it?
Well, I do have tattoos, but I do not think I would get a tattoo of my pet. However, you know what I love to do is get professional portraits of my pets.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I do have that, so I think that that's kind of a beautiful way for me to always have my pets with me, you know, as time goes on.
Yeah. I got my pet Waffles, his little face printed on a latte before. Have you ever seen those latte printing machines?
Yeah.
So I uploaded a picture of him, and that was a really special experience too.
Did you get a picture of the latte?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
you should post that on your social.
I know.
That's very cute.
I know. I need to dig it up and find it. It was so much fun. Well, you might notice less options the next time that you order food through Uber Eats. The company is working to declutter its platform, but it's removing about 5,000 virtual restaurants. So virtual restaurants, also known as ghost kitchens, serve customers only through apps like Uber Eats. There's typically no brick and mortar to visit. And apparently the problem is that some restaurants are listing the same menu under different names in hopes of getting more customers. Interesting.
Yep.
I watched this Vice documentary on YouTube about this one restaurant that had, I think it was 10 different restaurants that it was known as. And like they almost couldn't keep it straight which like restaurant that each was known for because they were just trying to make a little bit of everything there.
Interesting. And you know, when I lived overseas, that was very common, but it was all up front. It was the same restaurant that made pizza and Chinese food and Indian food, and you knew up front. But I know here, I've known of at least one restaurant that it was a Mexican food restaurant, and then through Uber Eats or DoorDash, they sold burritos, which they did not sell in the restaurant. So I think that makes it a little different. But yeah,
that seems less naughty.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, we got to declutter that stuff. There's too much stuff on the internet.
There's a lot on there. Do you order a lot of takeout or a lot of delivery?
I did when I lived in Oklahoma because it was far less expensive. It is a lot more expensive here. So I got to be in a pinch, but I will still order.
I know, same. I'm so frugal. I feel like I'll go and try to pick it up as long as the drive isn't longer than like maybe 12 or like 15 minutes. But yeah, I don't order that much delivery, but I guess there's a lot more options on there if you do. Or maybe less nowadays with Uber Eats. Okay, still ahead. It is time for Pop Quiz, where 2 viewers compete in trivia for some awesome prizes.
And don't worry, we are sharing how you can get in on the action as well. We'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sun shining through the clouds.
It is time for Pop Quiz, and we have 2 viewers at home competing for a chance to win some prizes.
We are joined by our trivia host, Brian McMillan. Hey, Brian.
Back from spring training in Arizona
Glad
and
to have
ready
ya.
to do some trivia. So we're very excited. Today we're joined by B from Renton and LaShawn from Tacoma. They're both competing for a chance to win a McDonald's gift card. And Bia is with Mireya, okay? Hi, Bia.
Hello.
Am I saying that correctly? Is it Bia or B?
It's B.
It's just B. Okay, yeah. It's just B. Well, B, you told us that you love cooking. What is your favorite thing to cook?
I cook everything, but my favorite would be Put Pit, which is a Thai red curry.
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
I can never make
them last night.
Oh, so good.
That sounds amazing. I can never make Thai food very well at home.
It's
I don't know. It's
hard.
hard. It's a lot harder than it looks.
I'm impressed.
LaShawn, you're going to be with Carly, and you own your own construction business. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Give it a shout out. What's the name of it?
Yes, sir. Tip Top Renovations. We're out of Tacoma, and we do everything: bathrooms, kitchens, full remodels. You can find us online, tiptoprenovations.net.
All right.
I
bet you're busy. All right. Well, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to ask each of you 4 questions. They're all multiple choice. You have 15 seconds to answer. And if you need help, you can use a lifeline. Carly, you're going to be with LaShawn here today. Mireya, you'll be with B, okay? You can only use them one time only. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Let's play some pop quiz here. And the category for today is business. Business, all right?
okay.
And your first question, this is going to go to B. B, in the C-suite, the CEO is the Chief Executive Officer. What does the F in CFO stand for? Is it A, franchising, B, financial, C, first, or D, family?
B, financial.
Financial is correct. The Chief Financial Officer.
That's right.
Yes, that is right. All right, LaShawn, you're up next. In the common business or science abbreviation, R&D, what does the R stand for? So in R&D, what does the R stand for? Is it A, return, B, receive, C, research, or D, resource?
C, research.
That is correct. Yes, it's research and development.
That's smart.
All right, we're off to a good start.
I was hoping I could answer that one with him because I actually knew that one.
Okay, all right. Here's third question here. This is for B. B, what company has used the slogan, strong enough for a man, made for a woman? Is it A, degree, B, secret, C, Dove, or D, Old Spice?
Oh my gosh.
And
it's B, secret.
B, secret. That's right. Yes.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Very good. Very good. All right, LaShawn, you're up here. LaShawn, what company has used the slogan, there are some things that money can't buy, for everything else, there's blank? Is it A, Visa, B, American Express, C, MasterCard, or D, Discover?
Things money can't buy, for everything else there's D, Discover?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's MasterCard. And for everything else, there's MasterCard. That's okay. You're still in it. We're on to our 5th question here. And B, your 3rd question. What was Ford's first mass-produced car called? Was it the A, the Model M, B, the Model B, C, the Model W, or D, the Model T?
Mireya, I'm gonna ask for your help on this one.
Oh, girl.
Come on, girl.
I think it's the Model T.
Okay, Model T, she
Because that's
says.
the only one I recognize.
What do you think, babe?
I'm gonna go with Model T.
Okay, that is correct. Yes, Model T is correct. Yes, that's
Thank
right.
you.
That, by the way, cost $950 back in 1908.
Must be nice.
All right. Here's LaShawn's next question. Which is the world's largest fashion magazine by circulation? Is it A, Elle, B, Esquire, C, Vogue, or D, Cosmopolitan?
Oh, this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to ask Carly. I'm torn between Vogue and Cosmopolitan.
I would guess Vogue.
Carly, can you help?
I would guess Vogue.
You think
yeah,
Vogue? Okay.
Vogue. I mean, yeah, that's my guess.
What do you think, Sean?
Let's go see Vogue.
I'm sorry, that's not right. It is Elle.
No! I would not have guessed that.
I didn't know that.
45 different versions of it around the world. It now counts 21 million readers and 100 million unique visitors on their website per month.
Go Elle.
That's right. All right, B. Here's your next question and your final question. Apple's third co-founder, Ronald Wayne, sold his 10% of Apple shares for how much money in the late 70s? Was it A, $800,000, B, $8,000, C, $800, or D, $8?
I'm gonna go with C, 800.
That's right. Yes, it is $800. Can you imagine how much money that'd be worth now?
How much?
That company is worth like, well,
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
2.5 trillion, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
He's dead now, though. So
To wrap it up. All right.
I don't know.
Spoiler
Who
alert.
doesn't know? Anyway, what was Amazon? Okay, LaShawn, this is your question. What was Amazon's original brand name? What was Amazon's original brand name? Was it A, Bezos Inc., B, Amazonia, C, Cadabra, or D, Cascadia?
Oh man, I'm just gonna guess here. I have no idea. Cascadia?
No, I'm sorry, it was Cadabra.
Oh.
Cadabra. And then people were thinking it was cadaver, so he just said, you know what?
It's a
I'm
good
going to
choice.
change
It's a
that
lot of
completely. We'll go with
dead
Amazon.
themes.
Yeah.
And, well, it worked out okay.
Yeah.
Final score, B, you win. Congratulations, LaShawn. Thank you so much for playing with us today. We loved having you on. B, we will send you your gift card. Congratulations.
Yay,
and if you want to enter for a chance to win fun prizes, head to fox13seattle.com and click on Studio 13 Live. What is coming up, you guys?
I feel like I'm always just sweating during that game.
I know, it's very intense.
All right, coming up, Chef Bobby Moore is joining us in studio to teach us how to cook some of his spring dishes.
Yes, that includes some pan-seared halibut with sautéed spring vegetables. We'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile.
Hey, it is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing food in our area.
I gotta say, before we get started with this amazing food, in one of the trivia questions, I said that Ronald Wayne, the original co-founder of Apple, had passed away. He is, in fact, alive and well at 88 years old. Oh my God. So,
and we wish him well.
Yeah, we do. I hope he's rich because he sold that.
He deserves it.
Absolutely.
He deserves it.
I hope he's rich.
Wish him all the best.
He's probably just happy to be alive.
Yeah, he's a fan of the show, you know. So. Kidding. Okay, well, today we are joined by Chef Bobby Moore with Bees on Main and Bar Moore in Bellevue. Welcome.
Thank you. I love hanging out with you guys.
Yes,
Always
we
good
love
to have
having you. So spring has sprung, and not only does that open up your patio for the restaurant, but also a new spring menu. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to see.
All right, so I took over Bees and Bar Moore, started Bar Moore in October. So we just kind of rode the menu for a little while, made a couple little changes so nobody got too upset with me. Well, spring has sprung, and April 10th and 11th, we're going to do some changes to the menu. Don't worry, the chicken will stay on the menu, everybody.
Okay.
But we're gonna liven it up. We're gonna freshen it up. just about about a week ago. Halibut came in season, and it's so beautiful. I love halibut. I'm sure I'll be sick of it in about 3 months.
But have it now.
It's here now, and it's beautiful, and it's coming out of the Pacific Northwest.
Awesome. And I know you've got some spring vegetables in these dishes as well. Tell me, what are we making today?
So we're just going to do like a little English pea spring saute. I have some chipotle onions here.
Ooh.
Let's do it like this. I seared the, let's start with the halibut real quick.
Okay.
So I seared the halibut, and I sear it pretty high heat to get that nice crust. A lot of people are always asking me, Bobby, how do you get the crust so perfectly? Well, what I do is I'll just nice hard sear, and then I'll pop that into the oven, 500-degree oven, without flipping it. And I'll do that for about 4 minutes. Then I'll pull it out of the oven, I'll flip it, and then I'll go another 3 minutes. And it usually works out just perfectly.
Awesome. So would you say that's the secret, to sear it and then put it in the oven?
Yes, that is the secret. In the oven, nice and hot, 450 to 500 degrees. And just keep an eye on it so you know.
Are there certain pans that you can do that with or not do that with? Like, can you use a nonstick in the oven?
I do.
If he does it, you can do it. Yeah.
These I got at Le Creuset. These are scan pans. I mean, I go through a couple of these a year, and they're great.
Okay.
I'm not, making any money off of that, but I love them. I love them.
Cool.
Okay, hot pan, right? Chipotle onions in there.
Where do you get these onions? And do they come like that?
No, they don't come like that. So what we do is we will just kind of do a roast. We'll roast them in the oven, and then we'll quarter them, and then they're all nice and ready. These are TV ready.
Ooh, thank you.
I don't know if there's a TV ready section.
That would be so nice.
If you went to the grocery store, there would be.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, with vegetables, it's. I mean, if you want a lot of flavor out of your vegetables, is there anything we can do to kind of boost that flavor?
I would say onions always boost the flavor, big time. I mean, we go through a lot of onions in my house. And I would say take a chance. You know, like today I brought in this, I got a spice mix right here that I made.
Ooh, beautiful.
And I just went to Ujimaya, and I got like fried garlic, and I got furikake, and I mixed in some annatto, Aleppo pepper.
Ooh, very
nice. So, I
nice.
mean, smell that.
Oh, so fantastic.
A little bit of seaweed in there.
Yeah,
beautiful.
So something to just a little flavor bomb, little umami action. Okay, now we're gonna throw in some carrots.
Ooh. Beautiful.
These are little baby carrots that we just blanched and shocked at the restaurant over at Bison, Maine.
Yes.
Over in Bellevue.
Yeah. Now, while you're cooking, can I pour us some of this beautiful wine that you brought?
Yes. This is one of my favorite winemakers. His name is Peter Davison, and it's Davison Winery.
Okay.
He used to make wine for FSD out in Woodinville, but now he's over in the Walla Walla. And this is a Sauvignon Blanc. This is a 2021. You can find this on our list at the restaurant.
Beautiful.
Great.
And you were saying
this little bag too. That
My wife had these made, so we have them at the bar. We have Barmore ones. We have Bison Maine ones, and they're great. And I was just telling everybody, if you get home, you don't have any wine chilled, you really need a glass of wine.
Yeah.
The day was rough, or you're just thirsty. Just fill it up, put the bottle in there, and spin it a little bit, and you're guaranteed some
wonderful.
wine.
Thank you. Chef Bobby, would you like some?
Yes, I would.
Go, sir.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers,
Cheers.
y'all.
Cheers to spring.
Cheers.
And beautiful changes to your menu.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's so good. I love Sauvignon
Fresh
Blanc.
and crisp.
I do too.
Oh,
It's my favorite white wine by
It's a good
far.
wine.
Yeah,
Really good.
You know, that first couple sips, you're like, ooh, it's a little bit tart, and then you're like, oh, this is
No, that's
And this will go great with what we're doing here.
Yes.
Also, I brought pancetta. We're going to leave it out today, but I brought pancetta. But you can throw a little bit. I love pancetta with fish.
Right.
And that's another way to just kind of enhance some of the vegetables. But, you're a vegetarian, so I'm thinking of you
Thank
today.
you. I appreciate
Yes,
you.
we love to support our veggies.
And then we're going to throw in some English peas, and it is pea season in full effect right now.
It's good to know the different seasons for veggies. I don't always know, and I know a lot of them are available year-round, so it's good to know that.
All right, so we're going to try this soon here. We have about 2 minutes left.
Yes. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So this is an English pea puree that we made.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Do a little bit of that.
I need to do that at home.
I know.
Pretty
Pretty
everything
little smear.
up. Yeah.
Makes it
I
so
call
cool.
it the dramatic swoosh.
Yes.
Dramatic swoosh. I love it.
Okay, I'm using the world's smallest spoon to do this. I forgot my spoon.
Look, we make it work around here, okay?
I went through all your kitchens.
There are 3 kitchens
little veg
at
for-
Fox 13.
I'm just doing a little veggie one for you, Carl. Right
Thank you.
Oh.
Let's see. All right, and then we have the halibut. Voila.
Wow.
Look at that presentation.
I always like a little bit of fresh basil for things like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Just to freshen it up. So do
You
like
took
a
our
little,
knife class, and that still makes me nervous.
I know,
to
I
watch,
still
but
get
he's a
all
pro.
scared.
I'll do a little chiffonade on that. And we're going to throw in some
Fresh tomatoes.
cherry tomatoes for you.
Yes.
And by the
And
way,
then-
the fresh like basil is always better than the stuff out of the.
Oh, don't even buy that. What are you talking about?
Don't even buy that.
Little lemon
Beautiful.
zest.
Yeah, a
Yes.
little lemon zest just to freshen that up. Right? And then,
Smells so good.
all right, I'm going to do it on this one.
Okay.
But we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of that.
Look at that.
Oh,
Oh,
my
beautiful.
gosh.
Gorgeous
Isn't that cool?
presentation. Yeah.
Yes. All righty.
right.
All right.
B-Mac, this one's you and me.
All right, we're gonna share that.
Okay.
You go.
And you
Pass me
got
a fork.
veggies.
This is you.
Here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Let's do this.
Cheers, everybody.
Excited for this.
Cheers,
Cheers.
Come see me. It's actually Seattle Cocktail Week this week also. Started on the 26th.
You doing any cool cocktails?
Yeah, we've got, radio flyer, a lot of different cocktails on the menu. Yeah, come see us.
I love this.
Delicious.
The onion really does bring
Yeah,
out the
it
flavor of all
does.
the other veggies. This is so good.
For sure.
Amazing.
You always bring it. You bring the
got you.
heat.
I
You
got
bring
you.
it all. So delicious. Chef Bobby, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, we'll see you again soon. And we've got more info on Beast on Main and Barmore up on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live.
Don't forget to send us your requests for restaurants or bars that we should feature on the show. Come out there and make it a great day, everybody. Bye.
Have a great one.
Wanna see you smile, take you another mile.